What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? This is your boy Will from Will's Wrestling Corner, back at it again with a brand new video. And shit, here we go again. It's almost like we were here earlier today to talk about WWE releases. We talked about Cedric Alexander, we talked about AOP, we talked about Blair Davenport, and we talked about Sonya Deville. And I think I'm leaving one out. Um, so we talked about those releases. If you want to know my thoughts on those, you can go and check out my last video on the situation. But earlier today, we found out more WWE releases, and we're going to talk about them right now in this video. It seems like there's another Black Wednesday among us. Obviously, if you don't know what that means, that was obviously the day in 2020 where there was a shit ton of WWE releases. But we're going to share our thoughts on the situation right now. So, as you can see on the screen, first, we're going to talk about the Good Brothers. Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson of the OC have been released by the WWE. And a lot like AOP, this is the second time that the OC have been released from the WWE. Third time, if you count Luke Gallows individually. This is very sad to see. I'm a huge fan of the Good Brothers. Obviously, they're also pushed very heavily in mine and Will Ferris's universe mode. But the Good Brothers obviously was an amazing tag team, part of the original Bullet Club. They came to WWE originally in 2016, aligned with AJ Styles during his feud with John Cena. Then they split in the 2016 WWE draft to go over to Monday Night Raw. There, they enjoyed 2 reigns as Raw Tag Team Champions and also realigned with AJ Styles in 2019 to form the OC. They left WWE as part of the original Black Wednesday, and then they came back in 2022 at the start of Triple H's regime. The OC reunited alongside MrWillym, also known as Michin, and ever since they really did next to nothing, and that is very sad to see in a era where WWE is so shit in their tag team booking. The OC, along with AOP, were very big victims of this, that Triple H doesn't seem to enjoy tag team wrestling. And the OC, well, I should say the Good Brothers, Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson, has not enjoyed very solid booking ever since they came back to the WWE. And I don't know why they were brought back. If there was no plans for them, like, why bring them back besides reuniting the OC during their feud with the Judgment Day in 2022? Because this is just all the more embarrassing. You had one of the greatest tag teams, in my opinion, in the world under your belt, and it just didn't, like, nothing came of it. Nothing came of it at all. It's very sad. I love both Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson. Hopefully they thrive somewhere else, whether they go back to New Japan or, I've seen a lot of people say they don't want them in AEW, but if they do go to AEW, hopefully they thrive somewhere else. And or even if they go back to TNA, they were very successful over in TNA, and I think TNA's tag team division could really utilize the Good Brothers a lot more than maybe AEW could. But either way, I wish the OC the very best and hope that they continue wrestling and get booked a lot better than they did in the WWE. Next, former member of Imperium, Giovanni Vinci, has been released from the WWE. And I don't know what happened with Giovanni Vinci, but my man was done dirty. Obviously, Giovanni Vinci, used to be part of Imperium back in NXT UK, NXT 2.0, and then the main roster when Gunther was Intercontinental Champion. And then out of the blue, in the middle of 2024, Giovanni Vinci got split from Imperium. Ludwig Kaiser fucked them up in a segment that went nowhere. We never got a one-on-one Ludwig Kaiser versus Giovanni Vinci match. We didn't even hear from Giovanni Vinci ever since then. What Gunther was thinking about this, whatever. Giovanni Vinci was almost like an afterthought. It was just like all right, you're done. Like, get out of here kind of thing. Giovanni Vinci was then drafted to SmackDown in the 2024 draft, and then didn't hear shit from him for a little bit. And then they started doing like vignettes, almost like a Veer is Coming promo, where Giovanni Vinci had his original like solo NXT gimmick, the discount Pitbull, Mr. Worldwide, I'm so rich, I'm like a fucking gangster, shit like that. I'm like this cool guy. Then he debuts on SmackDown, loses in like 3 seconds to Apollo Crews twice, and then we never hear anything from him again. And I've seen a lot of people on Twitter say this. I really want to know who Giovanni Vinci pissed off behind the scenes, because you had magic with not just Giovanni Vinci, but Giovanni Vinci and Ludwig Kaiser as a tag team, and Imperium as a trio as a whole. Obviously, people can have their theories. A lot of people can give assumptions, but Giovanni Vinci got the shit end of the stick in terms of how he was booked, especially in 2024. It's very unfortunate. I think you could have just sent Giovanni Vinci over to NXT. If you had no plans for him as a singles act on the main roster, you could have used Giovanni Vinci over there. He was pretty over in NXT as a singles talent, but who am I to assume? I'm not Triple H. But yeah, I genuinely believe Giovanni Vinci was done dirty. And it is deeply a shame to see. And then the last release, I think, in this video, probably the most shocking one, the most out of nowhere one, part of the Unholy Union, Isla Dawn, announced she was released by WWE. She posted on her Instagram story saying, "Here for a good time, not a long time. See you in 90." Basically confirming and announcing she was also released from the WWE. Obviously, Isla Dawn, former NXT and WWE Women's Tag Team Champions with Alba Fire as part of the Unholy Union. And this was the most out of nowhere. I mean, Isla Dawn was a sick women's talent. Clash of the Castle in Scotland, literally last year, her and Alba Fire won the women's tag team championships in front of their home country of Scotland in this big deal moment. And then they did nothing with their title reign. They lost the belts, and now Isla Dawn's released. Obviously, it seems Alba Fire is here to stay, but who knows? Maybe within the next couple weeks we find out. Maybe that might not be the case. But Isla Dawn, it just seems super confusing. Like, what is going on? And obviously, this was, in part, I mean, Blair Davenport got released last night. And there was a little thing where Isla Dawn and Blair Davenport and Alba Fire were going to be like this trio, and then it got dropped, and now Blair Davenport's gone and Isla Dawn's gone. I find that super fucked up. And I wish Isla Dawn all the best. I don't know where she's going to go from here, but I hope she continues wrestling and everything like that. And I believe those are all of the releases from today. Very unfortunate. It seems like it's another Black Wednesday, another release season. So that leaves, so the list, I guess, is as follows. Duke Hudson of Chase U was actually released 3 days ago. Cedric Alexander, Sonya Deville, AOP, Blair Davenport, the Good Brothers, Isla Dawn, and Giovanni Vinci. Very, very sad that all of these people got released. But I mean, they were not prominently featured in WWE television. It is very sad to see, but it just makes me sad that these wrestlers have to lose their jobs and they can claim budget cuts. They could claim, "Oh, we have no creative plans for you," whatever. But yeah, I really hope that these guys continue to thrive, and hopefully 90 days from now, we discover what these people are going to do. But yeah, it's very sad to see. But ladies and gentlemen, what are your thoughts on the releases? Leave your thoughts down in the comments below. I'd very much love to hear your opinions. Where do you might think that these people are going to go? Leave your thoughts down in the comments below. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are new here, be sure to leave a like, be sure to subscribe, be sure to turn post notifications on so that way you never miss an upload here on the channel. And until next time, this has been your boy, Will's Wrestling Corner. I will see you in the next video. Be good, people, and peace. Later, later.